we continue the Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation with Suwrah Mursalaat, those sent forth. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, by the winds sent forth one after another, the man's prophet, which then blow violently and tempestuous gusts and scatter things far and wide, then separate them one from another, then spread abroad a message whereof whether of justification or of warning, assuredly what ye are promised must come to pass. Then when the stars become dim, when the heaven is cleft asunder, when the mountains are scattered to the winds as dust, and when the messengers are all appointed a time to collect. For what day are these deferred? For the day of sorting out. And what will explain to thee what is the day of sorting out? Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! Did we not destroy the people of old for their evil? So shall we make later generations follow them. Thus do we deal with people of sin. Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! Have we not created you from a fluid held despicable, or some people consider it despicable anyways. Well, ejaculated maybe. That's to the which we placed in a place of rest, firmly fixed for a period of gestation, determined according to need. For we do determine according to need. For we are the best to determine things. Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! Have we not made the earth as a place to draw together the living and the dead, and made therein mountains standing firm, lofty in stature, and provided for you water sweet and wholesome? Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! It will be said, depart ye to that which ye used to reject as false, depart ye to a shadow of smoke ascending in 3 columns, which yields no shade of coolness, and is of no use against the fierce blaze. Indeed, it throws about sparks, huge as sports, as if there were a string of yellow camels marching swiftly. Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! That will be a day when they shall not be able to speak, nor will it be open to them to put forth pleas. Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! That day will be a day of sorting out. We shall gather you together, and those before you. Now if ye have a trick or plot, use it against me. Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! As to the righteous, they shall be amidst cool shades and springs of water, and they shall have fruits, all that they desire. Eat ye and drink ye to your heart's content, for that ye worked righteousness. Thus do we certainly reward the doers of good. Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! O ye unjust, eat and enjoy yourselves a little while, for that ye are sinners. Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! And when it is said to them, prostrate yourselves, they do not so. Ah, woe that day to the rejectors of truth! Then what message after that will they believe in? And just because the word is hadith doesn't mean that it's saying, oh, you must reject all hadith. Well, certainly there's events, sayings that would be in conformity, much like it's up to God to explain, as we've seen in different places. But we got the feet, we got the knees, But the left hand, if we follow that order, going from the back to fourth or to the top down, we end up with this tree of 10, where the left hand, or the hand of obedience in the Kabbalah order, is basically where it's not the bad tree, but this is the one where they have done what is right, the doers of good. So it's the book and stone, basically. So those are held the book of stone and stone, as it could be said. But the effectualness of the different patterns of woe, of repetition and other things, it's hard to express in English a lot of that sort of thing that happens. I mean, in full you can, but not in the sort of compact package that you see in a scripture in its original tongue. And we've seen that the difference has been drawn between, you know, in reading of what I've recorded for today, there's a distinction made between revelation and inspiration and what people's sacred histories are, whether they're Bibles or whether they were composed all at once by a particular individual. There's quite the difference.